We're gonna make some jerk pork shoulder picnic roast coming from a wash meat culture. This is, a lot of ritualistic. And sometimes it adds a little bit of flavor to this shit. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna just squeeze some lime. Just gonna give it a little scrub. Rub it over the surface, rub it over the bone. We got a bone in here that we gotta find. But once I find it here, I'm just gonna cut along the surface of the bone. So we're pulling back a little bit, like peeling, peeling away from the bone and just cutting the meat. Boom. You're gonna start by just cutting strips. And these are gonna be about maybe an inch and a half or so. And I'm going straight through the skin, right to the bottom. Then I would just do a cube, say about inch and a half, 2-inch cubes, so that they don't get lost during the cook. They'll shrink down a little bit. So we don't want to have little minuscule pieces, extra membrane, extra fat. We're going to take all of that out, try to lay it out into like one nice, even layer. I'm going to put some soy sauce in here, a little bit of browning, some allspice, little spice grinder. Yeah, this is one of the things that I remember so distinctly about my first jerk pork. Like I remember the sensation, or like the grit of the pimento seed, like on the surface. And I remember it being very, like different. Just want to make sure these get some extra all spiciness, because I remember that from my first experience having jerk pork in Jamaica. So I want to give everybody the benefit of those experiences. You know what I'm saying? As close to it as possible. I got my homemade jerk seasoning here. This is a dry rub. Always seasoning from high because we want to get good coverage. Now comes the fun part. Just gonna swish, just squish it all together. Still folding and being a little bit gentle because I don't want to separate the skin from the meat. So here's the wet uh, jerk seasoning. I always try to do both. I want to stretch it out a little bit. I don't want to use much more than that, so I'm gonna put a little bit of water in just to loosen it up. Try to get this all out into one layer. A little bit of space in between to let some of that smoke just, be able to run around. There it is all laid out. Got charcoal on the way. We got wood on the way. One lazy dog. Everything's settled out at about 400 right now. We'll close the damper a little bit and let that get down to about 350. And we're just gonna let it chug along for another hour and a half or so. If you're looking, you ain't cooking. But let's take a peek. Midway check. Looking real good. Final check. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Let's get a little taster. Yeah, man. I ate that.